Lip gloss, check. You know, it's something about a graduation cap that just makes any like look cute. It looks cute as fuck. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time. They call me Miss Erinivette on social media. You can just call me Cool, baby. I'm kidding, I just got really ratchet with y'all, but you can just call me E. I want to give a disclaimer because I feel it coming on right now. I'm sick of shit, okay? I was just laughing at my friends and a little bit of my family members because they sick too. Something going around, y'all, so be safe. But your girl got sick, so I don't want y'all to think that I'm crying because of the topic of this video. No, that is not what we're doing here, okay? Let's just get that out there now. I'm sniffling, and every now and then I will check for boogers because y'all will not come for me, all right? Guys, if you didn't notice, your girl got new weave. Duh. So I did get new hair, by the way. This hair is from China Lace Wigs, and I will leave all the details in the description box. And there will be more videos up about this hair, but I just want to let y'all know because some ladies might be wanting to know. So today, I'm gonna be going through my college experience. I was literally driving home from my last class, which was today, and I don't know, honestly, I just been really nostalgic. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. If you know me for real, I bet you're surprised, and I am too, that I'm actually reminiscing about my time at Florida State. So I thought I would make a video coming to you guys only because I haven't talked to y'all in a while, but also just to talk about my college experience, the ups and downs, the do's and don'ts, kind of what I learned, what I wish I would have done differently, things like that, since it is my senior year. And yeah, it's crazy because your high school graduation is nothing like your college graduation. Like, it's entirely different. So if you want, oh, am I spitting? I think I just spit. I wanted to include in this video really quickly, if you guys are new to my channel, or those of you that have been watching for a while, I haven't done a Q&A in months. So if you have any questions that you want to ask me, they can be simple questions about college, about relationships, it could be about my life, it could be any questions that you have, natural hair, makeup, clothing, any questions that you have. And I know y'all have questions because y'all be asking them all the time. This is your chance. Ask me anything you want in the comment sections of this video. I'm also gonna have a video up. I know my nose sounds really stuffy. I'm also gonna have a video up on Instagram. If you guys want to leave your questions there, go ahead. If you want to know about my college experience, then do me a favor though, give this video a thumbs up, okay? Just do it. And comment down below if you love me and you F with me and you my people. Leave me a comment in the comment section, and let's just hop right in to my college experience. So, first of all, I guess we can just start with how the hell I ended up at Florida State. I know there have been like little brief videos here and there about me complaining or talking shit about people or throwing shade or whatever the case may be. So in this video, I want to keep it 100 with you guys. I ended up at Florida State basically because my parents chose Florida State, and I feel like they chose FSU because it was not too far from home. I had a ton of scholarships that could pay for it as long as I stayed in the state of Florida. And my sister also went to Florida State, but not during the time that I went to Florida State because we are 6 years apart. So yeah, my sister went there. It wasn't that far from home. It was affordable. The only thing for me though is I did apply to 9 other schools, or 9 schools total, and I got accepted into all 9 of those schools, and I had full rides to a few schools, one of them being in New York. So if I could have went to another institution, I damn sure would have. I did not choose Florida State, and up until recently I had a really bad negative vibe towards Florida State. Like, I did not like being in Tallahassee. Honestly, like, my first 2 years being at Florida State was me plotting on how I was gonna leave Florida State, and at one point of my academic career I actually did leave Florida State, but I ended up coming back, which we'll talk about, you know, in this video. So I ended up at Florida State in 2014, and I met a lot of my friends through GroupMe. So I know some people were asking questions about, like, Erin, how'd you make friends on campus? Well, when my class came in, we had a GroupMe, and what I've been hearing about the young folks, because y'all generation is different, honey, but y'all have GroupMe too. Y'all just do different things in y'all GroupMe, so I don't know, okay? But if I did have to give advice on making friends, I would definitely say GroupMe helped a lot, because as a freshman it was good. I wouldn't say so much as a senior now because, you know, our mindsets, we just different people, but as a freshman you're new to the environment, you're new to the school, you literally don't know anyone, you don't know anything. And so when you're in the cafeteria, if you're in the library, or if you don't have a car, times like that is when it's good to have a group me, because it's like, anybody need to go to Walmart? Hey, I need to go to Walmart too, you know? Anybody, you hungry, you want to go eat in the caf? Yeah, I'm hungry, I want to go eat in the caf too. So that's where the group me comes in handy. It's like, we not friends, okay? We don't have nothing in common besides the fact that we both don't want to be by ourselves. So that's how you kind of get forced to make friends. So most of my friends I made freshman year were through group me. And yeah, I will say freshman year I got clicked off into this group of girls who weren't necessarily like me, and I feel like that's one of the reasons why we stopped being friends later on down the line. Because you're gonna see me smiling a lot because I'm laughing at my inner self, y'all. It's nothing petty, and it's really nothing about shade, because I respect everybody that I'm gonna be discussing in this video. I still respect them. I'm still cordial with these people. We just clearly have, you know, we're in different phases of life, and I mean, that's okay. Hey, honestly, all of us had different personalities. Like, I don't even know how all of us ended up being friends. We were just, the only thing we did have in common was, and I'm spitting a lot, we wanted to be the best at what we did in our fields. We were very ambitious, and at the time, we were all just trying to have a good time and, you know, figure out our place on campus. Now, I've held back doing story times on people at my university because I just think it's kind of like, it's iffy, it's kind of questionable, but I mean, who cares? I don't even go to the school no more technically. So freshman year, it was a group of us, and we were known as the Juice Girls. And I don't really know what juice is, cause you know, my corny ass. Freshman year, I didn't know what that was. Okay, I didn't know what a Juice Girl was. But what we did was, I mean, we got cute. We was the shit. We was the cute girls that went to the parties, and we was the promo girls or whatever. Not the girls that passed out drinks, but we was just the girls that were on the flyers. And you know, if you wanted more people to come to your party, you would invite us, and we would be the turn up crew, I guess. Everywhere we went, we was you know, if you saw one of us, you knew, oh yeah, that's so and so people. So I guess this is what made me attracted to them, is that where I come from, I had my own clique of people. And so I grew up with either you was my kid or you was, you know, associated to me close. We was just as close as kid, you get what I'm saying? So I had my own little clique of people growing up. Coming to college, I'm sure anyone can say that, you leaving everything behind, you're a whole entirely new person now. So coming from a small town to coming here, it was easy for me to end up in another clique, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So at the time, for me, it was deciding what clique I wanted to be a part of. Now, freshman year coming to Florida State, I already didn't like Florida State. I already did not like Florida State. I also noticed freshman year that a lot of things that I was interested in academic wise, Florida State didn't really have for me. A lot of people love to talk about Florida State having so many resources and being a great football team and having, you know, so much prestige, but in reality, it doesn't matter what the school is or where the school is or how much you love the school. If the school does not fit you, then you're gonna start seeing little tiny issues that can eventually make bigger issues. So freshman, sophomore year, I still hadn't decided a major because there wasn't a major that I actually liked. Now, Florida State has tons of majors, from medical to engineering to technology, you know, social work. And at the time, I knew that I wanted to go to law school. I just knew. But I also knew that I didn't want to take the poli-sci track and be stuck in a small ass tiny box of political science that I really don't care about. I love poli-sci, I love American history, I love all types of history, but I didn't want to major in political science. Like, what am I going to do with that? So that's kind of where I was freshman year. I didn't know who I was. I didn't really care the type of people that I was hanging around. I didn't have a major decided, so I went from being this very dedicated kid that graduated from high school early, that was all about school, had strict parents, to, I won't say literally, I won't say I had a wild out moment, but freshman year was the wildest moment in my life so far that I've had when it comes to relationships with guys, relationships with so-called friends, and just, like I said, learning myself and figuring myself out. I was also that type of girl in cliques that other people took care of me. So other people fought for me, not fist fought, like, and I don't need nobody to fight for me, but it was like, you know, my family, like if somebody disrespect me, people in my clique, you know, they gonna have my back like that. And I learned quick that girls up here in Tallahassee, anything about it. If anything, they'll hop on Twitter or on Instagram and they'll subtweet a person, but they're not gonna have your back like that. So every friend that I've made up here, every female friend, because the guys are totally different, every female friend that I've made up here has always been on that talking, I have your back type shit. See, here I go in my little phase. I have your back type thing, but when it come down to it, they're not really, you know, about it. Versus every friend that I have that I've made everywhere else, whether it be back home or be in Jacksonville or be where I've met, you know, somewhere else, even friends that I've made at work, they're more loyal, I guess I should say, than the friends that I've made on my own campus. So I think after sophomore year, I just kind of stopped trying to make friends, and that really got to me depression wise my sophomore year. So yeah, sophomore year was probably my worst year academic wise, because I decided to drop out of Florida State University. I actually withdrew and I didn't take classes for a semester. I was kind of just like in a wandering mind. I didn't really know what I wanted to do because I was really depressed. I went from being super smart to having, I won't say everything all together, but to having my life together, to knowing what I want to do, to not having my major decided, to not have any friends, because at this point I stopped hanging around the juice girls. I had fell out with all of my friends from back home, because when you get to college, you change. And that's one thing that I will say that I regretted from sophomore year to now, is that for a long time I fought the people that did me wrong. I faulted them, and I said that everything that happened was their fault because they disrespected me, or they lied on me, or they, you know, did horrible things to me, which is all true. However, when I say that all of those people that used to be my friends changed, they did change, but I changed too. And a lot of the things that happened that caused me to stop being friends with those people isn't really because they did anything at all, like anything different, I guess. Let me reword that. So it wasn't the person doing something faulty. It was me maturing within myself. And because I was becoming a new person, I was starting to realize that the things that they used to do were actually disrespectful, or actually not loyal. I started to realize that I was putting more into relationships than other people were. I started to notice that that person was calling me their sister, but they weren't treating me like their sister. When it all came down to it, I was putting my all into this relationship, and that person was just talking about, you know, putting their all into the relationship. They actually weren't. When it all came down to it, and this is something that has always really been like big to me, when I get into arguments with people, I don't really focus on what the argument is about. I focus on how that person handles the argument. And we could argue about anything. If you let me and you go without speaking for a prolonged amount of time, all you're doing is teaching me how to live without you. And once I learn how to move on without you in my life, I don't see a reason for you to stay there. This is just the little lessons that I learned over time. And it wasn't until my junior year when I decided to come back to Florida State. I had got my AA. I was on the dean's list. My GPA was high as shit. I was getting scholarships again. I was getting grants again. Like literally $8,000 a semester extra besides what I had already gotten. So God was blessing me. I finally moved into my own apartment. I started living on my own. So no more roommate issues. Y'all, I'm skipping over a lot, okay? Freshman year, my roommate pulled my own taser out on me, y'all. Freshman year, she was stealing my clothes, my shoes. Freshman year, or sophomore year, excuse me, my car got broken into. Junior year, my house got broken into for the first time. Junior year, my car got broken into again. Y'all saw on my vlog, this apartment got broken into. So I'm gonna do a whole other video on housing in Tallahassee and, you know, the safety and things that I've learned, like living by myself. But these were things that happened in my college experience. I also skipped over, I did a story time before, but I think I took it off my channel just because I don't like talking about people. But freshman year, I got into an altercation with a guy, and he tried to jump on me because he was really drunk, and he was just going around lying and saying that we did things together that we didn't. And when he got embarrassed about it, he tried to put his hands on me. He's in jail right now for putting his hands on another woman. But you know, it's just sitting here going through everything that I've learned. Like, I remember sophomore year, I literally wanted to kill myself. And it's crazy that I can even say this without crying, but it's like everything that I lost, and I lost a lot, y'all. Like everything that I lost and everything that I learned, like I could have been married by now. I could have been married twice. I just been through so much, you know what I mean? I've lost so many relationships with people that meant everything to me. I mean, 4 years ago, y'all, I couldn't picture my life without these people in my life, and just going every day knowing that it's somebody that knows everything about you and you gotta treat them like a stranger. It takes growth, you know what I mean? Looking a person in the face that has done you wrong and smiling for them. It takes maturity and being able to pray for people and move on with your day. It's hard because I'm still working on this, but being able to go on with your day even though somebody says something or does something negative to you, because stuff like that used to ruin my whole day. Like if somebody says something to me and I don't like it, my day's ruined because I'm just thinking about it. I'm just mad. And learning how to get past that and taking control of my life, taking control of my day, all of this happened because of college. And I honestly used to wonder why God wanted me to come to Florida State. I used to wonder why God placed me to be here. And I feel like, one, it's so that I could become this person. I'm not saying that I'm perfect, and I'm not saying that I have everything together, but I can honestly say that who I am today is the woman that I used to pray for. And that's amazing to me. Because I mean, you know how you sit there and you pray for stuff, but it's not like God will pull out in his pocket a full map of how, you know, the trials and tribulations that you got to go through in order to get to that. So to sit here and to think back on every friend that's lied on me, every boy that's told me he loved me and then turned his back and act like he don't even know who I am, you know what I'm saying? Every person who's tried to ruin me, every man who's spoken against me, every fake friend who's ever tried to use me, every hater who's tried to come against me, you know what I'm saying? Everything that I faced in college, and even the things that I'm gonna face in the future, I'm just so grateful for. Like, I'm at a loss for words. I'm tripping over my words right now. I know a lot of people want to know why I hate Tallahassee so much, and the truth is, it's because it's full. I don't fit in. I don't fit in Tallahassee, Florida. That's why I don't like it. It makes my heart beat fast. It makes me think twice. Tallahassee isn't a place where you can be yourself and people just accept you. That's not what Tallahassee is about. Tallahassee is about always looking your best, always being your best, always proving that you're the shit and being something, and people don't stop and ask themselves why. And I'm not calling out anybody, because your college experience is your college experience, you know what I'm saying? And can't nobody tell me about mine, because y'all didn't pay my tuition, so I don't care who has an opinion about mine. But just because you run for every pageant on your campus, just because you have every title and you're the president of every club, doesn't mean that when you leave that institution, you've made a mark on anybody's life. You know what I'm saying? You can be the person who literally does nothing but make a bigger impact on your life, and your resume can just be just as big. You know what I'm saying? You could have just as great of a chance of getting a job. Your GPA can be just as high. You can be just as proud of yourself. Your degree can still matter, just because you're a normal person. Being normal is okay. I was talking to my friend on Twitter, and he was talking about how I could have been that person on my own campus to inspire other people that felt the same way that I did, that felt like they don't fit in. Well, I feel like for me, I did the best that I could. For example, freshman year I came here, I was very active, I knew a lot of people, but I constantly found myself trying and formatting. Like this is when I knew, because I had gotten into it. Me and one of my friends had gotten into an argument or into an altercation situation where that altercation made me realize that I was becoming somebody that I didn't want to be. And it all came from you know, spending half of my refund check on clothes and shoes and heels that I can barely walk in. Every other night I'm going to a new club seeing the same faces. My GPA is sucking ass. I failed 3 out of the 4 classes that I'm taking. When you start to notice those things, you stop talking about the experience of college and the pros of being this shiny title in college, and you focus on the reason why you actually came. It wasn't until my junior year that I actually really found out what I wanted to major in. Thank God. I was already taking classes similar to my program, or who knows when I would graduate. But you just gotta focus. And it took God literally taking all my friends, my boyfriend, the love of my life, you know what I mean? It took God to take everything from me for me to realize my objective and my mission and my goal, and to never forget that. It took God to open my little brother's mouth for him to talk about college, to remind me that it's not just me. I'm not the only reason why I'm here. I owe this to my parents, I owe this to my brother, I owe this to my future children. The chance and the opportunity to be that standard for them, to be that guidance, to you know what I'm saying? If I'm capable of doing it, and I owe it to myself to do it. As I exit with my little speech or whatever, college was indescribable, I guess. There's not one word to describe my college experience. It was something I would never do again. I would not go back to Florida State. I know a lot of people are asking me, oh, you go for your master's? No, I am going to get my master's, just not from Florida State. I am just so freaking glad. So glad. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for supporting me. All of you guys that were praying for me. Like, I know some of you know how hard it's been for me, and those of you that are still going through it, I'm gonna be praying for y'all. If you are graduating this year, then congratulations to you. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and listening to me ramble and complain, and I pray and hope that it was inspirational to you in some sort of a way. If you feel like your experience is just crazy as hell, just know that you're not the only one. There have been so many things that I still have not covered in this video. I may do story times later on in life, but yeah, and that is all that I have for this video. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.